Hey guys, Chris here, coming at you with another review, and apparently I still can't find a good angle to film at, so you're going to be seeing the closet and the door for now. But anyway, today I'll be reviewing Significant Other by Limp Bizkit. Now, I understand that there's a lot of mixed feelings about this album. I personally like it, because, I don't know. But to start off, we have very neat, a very neat album cover. I mean, it looks kind of cool. It looks a bit, 1999 dated, but I mean, so is Limp Bizkit. But so you open it up and you have this, you have this disc that again also very dated looking, but I guess it's just all part of the. I mean, if you try to make something as cool as you can in its own time period, then it's just gonna end up being dated. But songs on this album, they're generally pretty douchey, honestly. Prime example of that obviously being Break Stuff. Some part of what's it called? I'm Broke. He's like acting like he's the shit, But there are times in this album where you see Fred Durst's like grateful side, like in Show Me What You Got. He really just takes time to talk about like all the people and bands he's met and how they've had like a positive impact on his life and how he, appreciates them for being there. And honestly, like most people just pass Limp Bizkit off as, pretty like douchey. But I mean there's a reason for that obviously, but if you just take a closer listen into this album and into some of their other albums, you can see that deep down they can be good people sometimes. Favorite track on this album probably has to be either Don't Go Off Wandering or 1999, which again is another very dated part of this album. The intro and outro, that's just kind of pure douchiness. Again, like acting like it's the best thing ever. The first real song on the album, Just Like This, kind of captures, I guess, the spirit of the band. Kind of like it talks about like rumbling the earth through lowered suspension and doing it just like this or whatever. Of course, mentioning the band's name in the song a couple times. I'm really thirsty. Good thing I cracked open a Monster Ultra Blue. Monster, can you sponsor me? Good stuff. Anyway, what would I give this album out of 10? Well, the stigma behind it, easily for most people, I feel like would be a reason for it not to be like that good of an album. But ignoring the stigma, ignoring all the stereotypes of Limp Bizkit, I'd give this a solid maybe 7.5. There's a couple tracks that some of the tracks on this album, they just kind of feel like fillers almost. Like I don't really recognize some of them by name. It's just like, oh yeah, it's this song. Which to me is a sign of just being a filler, honestly. However, there are some really good songs on this album. I mean, a lot of them are kind of like just badly written, but ignoring that, it's still an okay album. Music or instrumentally, it's wonderful. Lots of catchy like guitar riffs and drumming is great on the album, or maybe not great. It's pretty good. Of course, you have the classic. I don't really know what it's called, but like it sounds like if you're like doing this on a record or whatever. like scratching it, yeah. Um, Again, another dated thing about this album, but for being released in 1999 and everything that was just, happening then, I can see how this album would have been just kind of like a significant sign in the times. So, hence why I gave it 7.5 out of 10. It could have been better. There could have been less fillers. Could have been a little bit better written, but I like it. A lot of people hate it, honestly. I can see why. But, I mean, like, there's a huge stigma around Limp Bizkit. But, apart from that, I like this album. I'm guilty of appreciating music of Limp Bizkit. Um, it's not something that I like say a lot, but I guess it's on YouTube now. But whatever, it's a pretty good album. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, 7.5 out of 10. And holy crap, this is 6 minutes already. So I will see you on the other side.